Hey gang, welcome to another edition of the podcast. This is The Letter, where I read out one of my past business newsletters from around 6 months ago. Here's the thing, if you want to get access to these newsletters, they can hit your inbox 7 a.m. every single Monday morning. They're free. You have to go to my website, jamessinclair.net, click on newsletters or the letter. It's called the James Sinclair Letter. Subscribe and you'll get it in your inbox 7 a.m. Monday morning for free. This is letter number 21 and I'm talking about buying a new business. Here we go. Hey gang, how are you? Another week begins. We're finalising on a big acquisition this week. My team will be joining me for handover this Wednesday. How exciting. As the sellers exit, the management team will be transitioning to us, the proud new owners. Now, one of two things usually happens here: fear of change or excitement for change. We have to communicate effectively to alleviate the fears and conjure up excitement for the future. We'll keep things running as usual, then gradually make improvements. Tinkering carefully. We prefer innovation over revolution. If you're buying a business, revolution should only happen when you're at death's door. Now, this business that we're buying is far from that. It's a fantastic company making plenty of profit. No need for ego to change for the sake of change. We've done this so many times, it's like making a cup of tea for us now. Our top team is a collective of individuals who synchronize to make what we do work. I'm not self-made. I'm more like a conductor who needs all the instruments and talented players to work together. Sure, the conductor gets all the applause because they're up front and centre, but the truth is, like most things in life, there are many unsung talents that make it all tick. It's jolly exciting to complete on this deal. It's taken longer than expected, as these things always do. It's also great for both our teams and the existing business's management team, as progression will be offered to those willing and able. I love promoting within. This business generates around 10 million in revenue, produces brilliant profits, and has amazing connections that will benefit our existing enterprises. These are the deals that really excite me, more than the turnarounds that my younger self gobbled up. Buying a good business and improving it 10% is just so much more enjoyable and easier. Honestly, there are so many good businesses for sale if you know where to look. Learning how to acquire and manage deals is absolutely crucial for long-term success of an entrepreneur. This deal completes a year's worth of work, negotiation, fundraising, getting the bank on side, and loads of preparation. It's been mentally challenging with another 4 deals I'm working on in unison, and this will all come together in a spectacular crescendo, all folding into the existing ecosystem. Now, the business we bought was called Cafe Deli Wholesale, and I've generated a video on my main YouTube channel that breaks the deal down and what the business is. Getting stuff done is one of the key ingredients in the cocktail of entrepreneurship. The bigger the stuff you get done, the more stress you'll handle. It'll feel like you're managing a bipolar disorder at times as you go up and down trying to get stuff done, especially if you're doing big deals. In essence, the bigger you go, the bigger the highs and lows. Eventually, you'll learn to live with it. You'll develop amazing coping mechanisms. Then the world will serve you up even greater challenges as you become more useful to the universe. How flippin' exciting. Meeting payroll or borrowing £1 million for the first time seems daunting at first. Then looking back with rose-tinted glasses, you'll be thinking, wow, that sum seems so small now compared to where you were just a few years ago. I'm about to sign off on borrowing a further £10 million in the coming 12 months for commercial property and stock facilities. Those £1 million loans look like chicken feed to what I'm doing right now. The last line was poignant for me to write, but it's true. You just deal with bigger stuff as you do bigger stuff. Learning the harsh realities of just how long it takes to succeed is an experience for the very select few. As they say, this time next year, Rodney, we'll be millionaires. That saying should be, this time next decade, we'll be a millionaire. It takes time, gang. A decade really is what it takes. It takes 10 years to get a company really thriving, in my opinion. And that's a fact. And that's if you're doing it at pace. Many wait for retirement to find a big lump of cash. So sad to have your winnings when you're in the last years of your life, when you've got the least amount of time to enjoy them. 10 is a funny number that crops up a lot in business. 10 years of practice leads to real mastery in anything. 10 is a lovely teen number. I find teams of this size really work well together. When I do consulting or go to board meetings or working with my company's management teams and on the podcast, I've discovered that if you had just 10 more good leads a week, 10 more good customers, 10 more % top line revenue, or you could reduce your cost by 10%. The business explodes in profitability. 10% is the level of profit most companies achieve after paying a commercial wage to the owner and management team, if paid at market rates. 10 million is the revenue in which a company starts really adding real commercial value. And here's the big one, looking for 10x value in team members. If we look at the 4 levels of people who make a company, there's shareholders, there's leadership, there's management and technicians. Those on the front line are technicians. If they worked in a supermarket, they'd be stacking the shelves or working at the checkout. They're essential for the organisation to generate revenue. Above them, in a large chain, say like Marks and Spencer's, would be head office with accounts teams, marketing teams, buying teams, operations teams, etc., etc. These people are managers and leaders. And if they don't bring the business 10 times the cost of their salary in terms of value, then you have to question whether they're effective for the company. As you grow, you'll be hiring more and more. Sometimes you'll strike gold with an absolute A player. These players can change the direction of a company almost instantly, and they're rare commodities who bring both skill and the right attitude. Many companies, however, have B, C and D players, or worse still, NPCs, that's non-playing characters as the cool kids call it. But this isn't a video game, and you can't afford to have hangers-ons and any not NPCs draining valuable cash flow without delivering a return for the company. And that's why 10x value is paramount. Ask yourself this question. Does your team bring 10 times their salary to the table in either top-line revenue, research and development, savings and efficiencies, getting things done, and ideas and plans? For an example, an accountant might save the business 10 times their salary in efficiencies. A salesperson might bring 10 times their salary in top line. An effective CEO like Bob Iger from Disney might be paid 30 million a year, but adds billions in value when he makes the impossible happen. Bob's like 1,000x cost value add. If you have an employee who brings a minimum of 10 times their salary cost, then they're starting to be very profitable. If they bring more, then they're highly effective. Such employees must be nurtured, given top positions and entrusted with more responsibility. The truth of life is this: if you want something done, you need to ask a busy person. Frankly, they're the world's most effective people. Well, gang, hope you've enjoyed that letter. In other news, I've had a strange condition where I've noticed that I've got a bit of lettuce growing out of my pants. So I went to the doctor and he had a look and he said, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Till next week, I'm James. To continued success. Well, there you go, gang. Hopefully you enjoyed that letter. I was talking about buying that new business, Cafe Deli Wholesale, which has just been an amazing acquisition into our ecosystem. And then we was talking about how do you get value adds out of team members, what makes a team member really valuable. And I use that little 10x rule. Can that team member, you work out what their cost of their salary is. Is it bringing 10 times of revenue, 10 times of saving, 10 times that salary in ideas, in research and development, in innovation? If you've got people doing that, they're the people you want to hold on to. Nurture them, look after them, and they'll grow your business for you. See you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bye.